just got back from Bruges and we're walking across this crazy roundabout in a minute. So I thought I'd video the Ferris wheel, but really what I got the camera out for, you can't see behind this Egyptian obelisk thing. You can kind of see it. That would be the Eiffel Tower. Right there, all lit up. Sorry the camera's jumpy, but I'm walking and talking at the same time. But there's the Eiffel Tower, and those blue lights down there, which you probably can't see through the regular street lights, is the best shopping in Paris. But there, we're gonna go there tomorrow night, I think, and actually get some close-ups to the Eiffel Tower at night, because we're all the way across the river from it right now, so it's pretty bright. We're also kind of in front of the Louvre, which is over that way. Not impressive looking right now at all. But there is the Egyptian obelisk thing that I can't read anything about because it's in French, and the Eiffel Tower directly over that way, all lit up. So more later. So we're still walking home, looking at the scenery, and Van just went in my shot, but that's okay. And this is the Champs-Élysées. I'm butchering that. It's a street that at the end of is the Arch, which is also by our hotel. And that has got all this shopping, which we're going to do tomorrow. But if I can pan slowly, you can see all of the trees and everything. But that's the Arch. And the Eiffel Tower, we're hoping it was going to glitter again, but it didn't, so I'll have to try to catch it tomorrow. But there it is again. We're in Versailles. I'm going to film really fast because they say we're not supposed to, but everybody else is.
To film or to take photos without flash. Next, no photos, no filming.
Ooh.
And I will be very strict because I'm a guy from the state. This is a state museum, and we have to follow the rules because it is an exceptional exhibition we have with the sterling silver pieces of furniture, and for security reasons, it's strictly forbidden to take photos.
This is the only room I can film in at the moment, so I figured I'd get a good view of it.
You want to do your own business, then you don't stay in the group. Okay? Because I must tell you, they take our license.
I'm still in Versailles. I'm whispering because there's a ton of people, but I'm entering into the Hall of Mirrors where they let us record again. And if you look, this whole wall is mirrors and beautiful chandeliers, and out to the absolutely fabulous courtyard of Versailles. But if you look up, there's some pretty paintings. And then all these walls. This was built this way so the sun would set and reflect off the mirrors for Louis XIV, because he was considered the Sun King. So all the light and the gorgeousness of Versailles would come in through there, bounce off the mirrors directly across from it, and light the entire room. But I've caught up with my tour guide, so I'm going to turn the camera back off. But that is the Hall of Mirrors. And away down there is his throne, which is really big. We've now walked down the Hall of Mirrors, and we're at kind of the throne where all the ceremonial things happen in the palace. So there that is. We're about to walk out of the Hall of Mirrors and hopefully out to the gardens, which is what we really want to see. So a little panorama of the hall again. There it is. We're in the king's bedroom now. So there's Louis XIV's bed, the only room still decorated in the gold because it's expensive. So this is his bedroom. And how Marie Antoinette, the queen, was behind us. This is the bedroom of the king. And I'm sure there's hidden doors in here somewhere. We're still in the palace, trying to get out of here. But there's some of the garden. So I thought I would get some of it while we were listening to our tour guide talk for 10 minutes about this bedroom. So there's some of them.
the opposite side of the stage for the
They're
24
restoring
violins.
some of these, so let's see if we're over
And the
some of
theme
them.
every
Most of them are.
with a new music score written for each area. And how many dishes do you serve for King's dinner?
We're finally out of the palace and into the gardens. And this is the view you always see of Versailles, with the reflecting pools and gardens. We're gonna head back towards a small garden here in a little bit. But when you see Versailles, these gardens are what you tend to see. That's a big reflecting pool. And then there's some of the gardens. We're gonna maybe walk down a little bit of the way to get some pictures. We'll see though. So there you go. I'll pan back so you can see Versailles again. There it is. Over there is some more, but it's kind of ugly because it's got the scaffolding on it because they're restoring it. So there you go. There's Versailles. So we came down the main staircase of Versailles, down into some of the garden more. Fountain's not on because it's cold and rainy in December here. So there's what would have probably been a fabulous fountain if it were on. And then if I turn around, hold on, there's a big, it's got turtles and alligators on it. Sorry, I got this raindrop off the fountain. You can't really see the palace from here because the steps are in the way.
Oh, yeah.
But this is the beautiful view of the biggest garden, probably, one that everyone knows the best, at Versailles. Came back up the stairs, figured I'd get a little different view for you. We'd go way down there, but we only have like 40 minutes. So, but there's Versailles. For those of you who've watched Marie Antoinette or Man in the Iron Mask, it should look a little bit familiar. There you go. Okay, we walked over to another garden because their whole place is gardens. And there's some pretty cool. We wish we had more time because you can walk all the way down there. I know it's probably a little fuzzy because there's rain on my camera. But yeah, you can walk all the way down there. There's also trolleys that run you through the gardens. Some delta-shaped gardens going on there, so that's kind of exciting. But yeah, it's getting really windy, as you can probably hear it rushing past me right now. So I'm gonna turn this off before I get it all wet again. But yeah, there you go. Probably some pretty cool fountains way down there, if it wasn't December.